guys? It's JJ here back with another video. And in today's video, we will be talking about the seven, and we will be talking about their death. How you know how did the seven die? And I am also going to be explaining why the seven's death makes absolutely no sense and it needs to be studied. So yeah, if you do enjoy these videos, please make sure to drop a like, subscribe, comment down below what are your thoughts about season 3. Do you enjoy it? Do you not? Tell me everything. Without further ado, let's dive right in. Let's start with the easiest to explain. The Imagined. Okay. The Imagined died in Chapter 3, Season 2. Obviously, she was part of the seven, but we actually never got to see her face on screen. There was actually a comic book, Zero War, that explained, everything that happened in that life event, and she ended up throwing her father Jenna into the 0 point in an attempt to try and sacrifice herself. But unfortunately, Jenna survived that. He put himself back together, and now he's here haunting us in chapter 7. So that is that. So basically, what is going on here is that the American, the 0 point was unstable during this event, and they needed to stabilize it. And since it was going through all of these different realities, that's when the American threw Jenna and herself into the 0 point and were disintegrated. And that's her death. No need to explain for that one. Her death is definitely the easiest one to explain. We don't really need an explanation. Yeah, we don't really need an explanation for that one. That was most obvious. Now, the other deaths that I am going to talk about right now are definitely a little bit more, like concerning, you could say, because they don't make absolutely any sense. So there's
Gotta take orders. Good.
so that is
Let's
definitely
have some
something to
fun.
think about. Here's the thing. Moving on to the visitors slash the scientists slash the paradigm slash the origin stuff. Actually, we won't be talking about the paradigm in this part of the video. We'll talk about her later. But trio, the trio
Impressive work.
that was there.
I'll be in touch.
So the visitor origin and the scientists were all killed by the same exact thing, the clone. Let me tell you how some of these deaths then don't make sense. At least on Fortnite terms or something like that. So the reason why I find these deaths bizarre is, well, maybe not the scientist or the visitor's death, but there is one character that is very important in all of this: the origin. If you guys don't know, the origin worked for the last reality. Before you joined the set, he used to work for the last reality. So how is it that when he got killed, his cute powers didn't come in and I don't even know, warn him at least, because he has cute powers, so how could it not detect it or even do anything? That is just a little bit, that is a big hole that Fortnite is achieving now. I'm gonna be completely honest. And it's honestly just kind of ridiculous, because the reason that, like, I feel like if some of the members of the Seven is still alive, I mean, we have two, but the Foundation's missing, so now it's just the Order. Like, only the Order is left of the Seven right now, because the Foundation, we don't know where he is. The Foundation could be dead for all we know. So, yeah, that is definitely not good. So the Order might even be the last one. So that's the reason why I questioned it. Like, hey, this is a big flaw. Was the Origin actually like on? Did he actually like get like thrown? Like he got thrown, but like did he actually like not survive? Like he didn't make it. And now I'm just asking myself that question because the Seven are running out of allies and they don't have their own. So why would you kill off the Seven? In fact, why would you even kill off the Origin? Even his death doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's because if the last reality had kicked the Origin out, I would understand. They would have taken his Q powers and kicked them out and maybe manipulated maybe what's called a torture. But no, the Origin decided that he wanted to leave. And then he was caught by the Imagined Order before he could get to the Seven. And he was held prison by the Imagined Order before he went and joined the Seven. So that is definitely an important detail. Maybe the Imagined Order took his powers or something like that, because that is the only possibility I could get here, but it's not even talked about. Scenes get talked about in the community like this doesn't make sense. Like it doesn't. And when such a big character's death is ambiguous and not explained, like explained very poorly, it's gonna raise some eyebrows. But right now, Fortnite has just gone on and just said that, you know, basically like 5 of the 7 members of the Seven are just dead. And that is unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're gonna bring them back. So, I mean, unfortunately, I guess we have to assume that the Origin is unfortunately dead. So that is something that I wasn't too happy about. Now, the Visitor and the Scientist's death was, I mean, it was something, alright. But I feel like the Visitor was like their deaths were inevitable. Here's why. So going into the floor, the Seven were having problems of communicating, and you know to gain trust with each other, and like, and the scientists is the main part of the problem, and they never got off on their own terms. So I feel like that's like a classic movie that where they leave, like where they die, they regret it, and like a character just like regrets that. But I mean, yeah, it is absolutely insane how they just managed to do that. But their deaths make a little bit like I feel like their death definitely makes more sense than the other deaths of the Seven. The next death and the last is a paradigm. Now the paradigm, it's a difficult one because it says that she was sacrificed to Zero Fusion, but unfortunately, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I think like they're just gonna like, because like to me, the paradigm's death doesn't make any sense either. Because she used the horror, like her armor to like save, like to like stabilize the 0 point. But I don't know how like that could have possibly caused her death. Maybe she was like trapped in the 0 point, but I don't think she was actually dead. And this is just talking about this is just making me wonder: is the Savage book really even with it, right? Like you question, like, how does the set even know this? Why didn't, if they did know how to do this, why didn't they do it earlier? These are just questions that are like so like these are plot holes, and not just any plot holes. These are big plot holes we're talking about here, and honestly, it honestly doesn't make any sense. And we definitely, one of you definitely need to clear this up, whether it's like doing anything else. They really need to clear this up because I can't be the only one who is definitely questioning all of this, you know, just in general, questioning all of this. I really can't be the only one like with this. So basically, I mean, we understand that by now. We all know the sudden death doesn't make any sense by now, but I feel like the paradigm to like the origin death reason. Because think about it, if the origin was alive by now, that would have been such a good revenge arc because he used to work for the last reality before he realized their true intentions and decided to leave. So that could have been like such a good story to build on. But I mean, I guess like Fortnite just didn't want to. That would honestly put the stakes up so much higher because this would be like the origin against his former, his former allies, but now they're his enemies. And I just think that that wasn't like I think that that is such a wasted opportunity by Epic. I'm not gonna lie. So some other things, some things that I would like to get into is also, you know, the Singularity came back and it's probably gonna form the new seven. I already I already discussed this in the video, but I think it is a good thing that we should definitely talk about the Singularity. That's what I talk about the seven because the Singularity leads to like everything in the storyline. So if it leads to the seven, she needs to have the most answers. So let's definitely talk about it. So basically, the Singularity was a character that is, kind of ambiguous in a sense, because the Singularity has been around for all of these years, and she's actually a former IO. She used to work early in his and since like she was partners with Dr. Stone, she must be connected to this all in a way, you know what I mean? She was connected to the seven if that. And now they are working together once again to try and stabilize the world starting chapter 7, season 3. Man, I just think that the Singularity has something to do with this because the Singularity has been lost for all of these years. Because in chapter 1 she was like the Ball King and she's the protector of the ball, and now like she disappeared and then now she just comes back. I am honestly not buying it at all. I don't know. I honestly don't believe this, and there actually some other alternative because that is absolutely garbage. But yeah, guys, we don't really have much else to discuss in this video. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. Drop a comment down below. How how do you like season 3 so far? What are your thoughts on it and everything? What are your thoughts on this video? Like, subscribe and have a great rest of your day.